Today I'm excited to release the first episode of my new City Skylines 2 series. In this series I'll start a new city with the goal of completing the 6 remaining achievements I still need. One of everything, spider webbing, the architect, the last mile marker, this is not my happy place, and you little stalker. I've chosen the Lakeland map for this playthrough, which was picked unknowingly by my community. It's a European themed map with plenty of buildable space, lots of resources and several varying sized islands. I'll be playing with left hand traffic and natural disasters enabled, so let's get started. First, we need to set up the basic utilities, power, water and sewage. I'm going to begin with the water and sewage. Since I want this starting area to feel like a rural community, water towers usually would be more fitting, but they're expensive to install and maintain, so I'm going to use the water pump station instead. I think if I place it near the bridge it could blend with the aesthetic. But before I do that, I need to do some groundwork. First of all, I need to create a bit more of a shelf for the pump station to sit on. Next, I need to create a smooth descent for the road. I'd like the road to wind down and under the bridge to give easy access to the pump station. I'm going to use the alleyway road for this, as the smaller road has more of a maintenance type feel to it. Eventually, I'd like this road to feel better suited, but for now, I'm just going to tie it into the roundabout to ensure the pump house has power and is able to supply water across the island. Seeing the waters running off under the bridge, we'll place the sewage outlet just a little downstream from here. However, before I place it, I want to do a little more sculpting to the land. I'm going to start by flattening the ground around here, as I think this should be a good spot to use the natural geography to help hide the outlet from view of the main population. Next, I want to carve a slight channel below where the outlet pipe's going to be. I want to try and create an erosion-like effect, but in honesty, I don't think it actually makes much difference. One of my goals in this series is to improve my level of detailing. I'm not aiming for perfect accuracy, but I will draw inspiration from the real world. For example, the sewage outlet has an access door, so I added a path for the maintenance crew to reach it. For now, I'm going to leave it as it is and we'll come back to it and add more detail in the future. Next, we need some power, but power generation is costly and right now our needs are minimal, so I'm going to place a transformer and import electricity for now. This will save us money early on, and when we start generating our own power, we'll already be set up to export any excess. Now, let's think about our first residents. I envision this area having a more rural feel, and rural communities are often built around a resource like farming, fishing or mining. For this village, I'm going to focus on farming and use the arable land nearby. I'll mix 2-lane and gravel roads together, which is common in the UK, not the gravel specifically, but the varying road sizes. I also want to avoid too many straight lines. In my area, most smaller roads follow curves and aren't particularly straight, so I'm going to make the farmland layout like it's grown over time following old boundaries. To connect the farmland onto the main road onto the island, I'm going to add a winding road. I imagine it's an old path or bridle way that's been turned into a road. I'll also add a second, more direct road to the farmland to give the impression that the nearby village has expanded over time. Speaking of which, let's build the village. I'm going to start by laying down a slightly curved road just a short distance from the riverbank. It will wind up to connect onto the main road, and I'll use some gravel roads to create the feel of some older roads not being modernised. The village is quite close to the sewage outlet. This could be a problem, so I'm going to name the village Shitterton. Believe it or not, but it's a real village in Dorset, and its name dates back over 1,000 years. It was even mentioned in the Domesday Book, so I think its name's perfectly fitting for us. While I'm zoning the area, I'm thinking about where to place a parking school when the time comes. Now, let's wait for some residents to move in. While we're waiting for a few more people, let's add a forestry area and a small industrial estate on the other side of the island. I'm placing it here for a few reasons. There's an abundance of wood, the wind will blow any pollution away from the population, and I'm hoping later on to build a cargo harbour on the other side of the river, which should help reduce industrial traffic in the city. Now we've got plenty of jobs, we need to adjust the inevitable accidents in the industrial sector. I'm going to place a small health centre to keep in line with a rural theme. I'll also add a small plaza next to it, a nice place where staff can take a break in the summer. Finally, I'll add a landfill to take care of any waste. With that, we've set up a solid foundation for the next episode, where we'll focus on increasing the population, creating a peaceful area for the graveyard, and unlocking the next set of buildings. I'd love to hear your feedback on the episode. City Skylines content is new to me, so any advice is appreciated. If you enjoyed the episode and want to stay up to date with the series, please don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take it easy. To watch my most recent video, click here. To subscribe, click here. To watch this series from the beginning, click here. And to watch a randomly recommended video, click here.